Welcome to Look and See Outdoors. I had the opportunity to get in the woods this morning, and there was a lot of activity going on. I didn't get a deer, but I saw some deer, and I could have taken me a doe. However, the way she was acting, I thought a buck was going to come in behind her. Right now it's starting to rain, but I'm going to have to get down. I got to get back to the house. One of my sons had a birthday, and he's wanting to go to one of those jump parks, so I was hoping to get one, but it's getting closer. It wasn't too long after daybreak. I had some deer come down through that bottom. They were running, and they went off into that swamp in there. And then about 10 minutes later, I had a doe. She came out and came right here and was right down in that big tree down there. And then she went back. She went back down in that area. So I saw 4 or 5 deer, or I may have seen one of the same deer twice. About 30 minutes ago, there must be a den up in here. I seen a big old coon come down that tree and went off into the woods. It's been a good morning. It's nice and dry now. Old chicken house. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the TK and Mike shows. He used to do those comedy hunting shows on TK. He said, I ain't gonna hunt no chicken house. Those are some funny shows. Look, it's cold and wet. Like I'm gonna jump a deer here. Normally how it goes. Can't get myself all adjusted. Got my orange on. Have to have a minimum of 144 square inches. It's a good day. I saw a deer coming down. It's a little spike buck. I had to stop in the road because he came out in front of me. I almost hit him. I don't want to get a deer that way. This is the area that I've been sitting in this morning. That in there is a swamp. There's the chicken house. It was good to see those deer. And that doe, she was a mature doe. She circled back on me, and I saw her. Could have shot her, but I did not want to. I chose to let her go on because I was hoping. Because I think a buck was in that group, but it was hard to see. Man, they were moving so fast. They could just come on down through there. And man, they can move so fast through these woods. I feel like I got 2 left feet when I'm walking. This would be a real good day to just kind of slip through the woods, because you can walk a lot quieter when the ground is wet. And there's supposed to be a lot more rain moving in here in just a little while. It's been raining on and off this morning. It's cold. I'm glad I got my long johns on. hoping, as always, I'm hoping get a chance to get back in the woods on tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna get to come back out here later on this afternoon, but who knows? May get that opportunity. I came down to check on the trap today, and man, it's been right at a week, and I caught something. Caught an old grinner. Look at that old thing in there looking at me. See him grinning. Let me get this trap pulled out and get a better look at this old possum. These possums, they're all in here. That's a young possum, it looks like. Well, let it go. We'll take it up and let the boys look at it. They always enjoy seeing these, especially Finley. I walked up and down our little branch creek, if you will, and I don't see the tracks that I used to see in here. A lot of ground is covered, but there used to be, like in those areas right over in there, I used to see an abundance of tracks, coon tracks, and this used to be a big deer crossing right in here. And there were beaver in here at one time, moving through. Even a couple of otters were coming up and down through here. And I was trying my hand on catching otters. I wasn't successful. I caught a bunch of coons in here and a number of possums also. And this joker's got some weight on it. I don't know. I know one time I think I trapped this place out. I got in here trapping so much. But they came back, and I haven't been trapping as much. But it just don't seem to be the traffic of the wildlife in here. I wonder how many times we've caught this possum. It's been a while since we've caught a coon. I know Finley has caught possums. That seems like we'll all be catching here. Now, a possum, you can eat. And the way that my dad used to talk about how they would eat possum is they would catch one up like this somehow and put it in a pen. And it seems like he told me they would feed it cornmeal for a while, and he said they were cleaning it out. Because a possum is a scavenger. Now, they will get into your chicken coop and rob eggs, and they will kill chickens. People say they don't, but they will. I've seen it. But mainly, they are scavengers. And they eat dead things. Nastier the better. I can remember my dad telling me in his boyhood, they would, when a cow died out in a pasture somewhere, they would go over, being boys, and he said one time they could tell that a possum had eaten the hind end part and got up into the cavity, and they kicked that carcass, and a possum, so it was a big old blackjack possum. Blackjack possums, their hair color is real black looking. And it's usually a big male. Let's look at this one again. The joker's looking at me like. So, Let me get Finley. He'll like looking at this thing. Finley! Fin at her! Alright guys, well I'm back for a drizzly. Man, that's beautiful right there across that lake. It is a drizzly late afternoon, early evening hunt. I'm gonna slip back. There goes an osprey. Those are some cool birds. Heard them called fish eagles. So I'm gonna ease down through here. I'm gonna put this camera up and have my hands ready in case I jump a deer. I might can pop one walking in. So hopefully this is gonna be a good evening. Well, I made it down to the shelter. I'm heating up the flue. I'm down here. Just spend a little bit of time pretending I'm somewhere off on a great adventure. It's fun to come down here and hang out. It's been a few days since I've come down here. Heating up my little stove. It is chilly. At a big old limb that's providing me plenty of kindling off this maple tree here. That stuff is dry. It breaks and cracks real good. Snap, crackle, and pop. And it helps me get a good fire going in my little stove. It's a plan I have of coming right here in this area and building me a platform up off the ground about 7-8 feet, and I want to screen it in and have a place to hang out and sleep. But I believe that limb right there, I'm gonna have to try and get it removed because I don't want it hanging over something. Because part of that tree, for some reason, up there in the top, that's where this came from. It broke out back, I think it was last spring. Could have just been from the wind. But I have an idea for that. And I got to see about getting the supplies for it. And I can picture it in my mind. Almost kind of like a tree house right here in this area. And it'll be built up platform. And it's going to have a roof. And it'll be screened in. And I think I'm going to fix it with some canvas roll down tarps inside for like winter time. But in the summertime, come down here and camp, hang out in it, keep the bugs off of you. That's an idea that I've been scrambling around in my brain. So I'm gonna see if I can bring that to life. I'm gonna tell you what, it's hard to beat these big boy silky saws. One of my favorite saws is toss it between this one and that Laplander. They're both great little saws. This one, of course, is almost like a sword. It's big. You can really do some work with this one. But also with that, you can really have to stop and catch your breath. I've warmed up, of course. Trying to give me a little bit of... My wood pile's depleted, so I'm trying to build it back up. I've got a huge limb that broke way back when. And there's probably 30 or 40 feet hanging that I'm just not able to get to. And I've been keeping my eye on it, and it's slowly but surely coming down. I just hope it's gonna come down when nobody's up under it. But I've been collecting it as I go along, and it's providing me some good little stove wood. This stuff is still green. I like burning some green stuff in this little stove also. Seasoned and green, you get you some good fires, good cooking fires, good warming fire. It's already warm in here. I can feel that heat through this glove right here. That's a good little stove. I had to take my cap off. That'll warm you up. I need a haircut, folks. I'm getting all woolly gray again. Man. Something about working makes you feel good. You can be kind of a little under the weather, feeling kind of depressed, melancholy. Come down here and start doing some work. Man, I guess those endorphins, whatever, they pick right up. And then getting stuff done. Accomplishing things. Got to get that built back up. Warmed up a bit today. We've been below average here, temperature wise, but it warmed up low 60s. Just didn't drop back down into the 50s again. This morning it was so foggy and everything was like just frost. It looked like snow. It was 32 degrees this morning, but the sky cleared up and that real early morning fog set in, and it was thick fog. So right now it's just kind of cloudy, and it's going to be dropping low again with the temperatures. I think the video we're going to do soon, one of my boys, after caught that possum the other day, he's like, "Dad, let's have a competition on setting traps and run a little trap line down through here." So I think that's what we're going to do, and we're going to have us a little competition. And also, I highly recommend Silky Saws. No, they do not pay me. This saw right here, I think these things run about 70 to 80 bucks. Don't quote me on that. That's a fine saw to have in your arsenal. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy some quietness and let this stove roll. It is putting out some heat. I put a piece of green wood on there. A little bit of smoke rolling out. It's fun to be down here at the shelter. I'm ready to come down here and have an all-day experience and cook and just maybe work on something, get something finished, make something, craft something. So hopefully that'll be in the near future. I hope everyone enjoys this video, guys. Y'all take it easy, and I appreciate all the support. Y'all go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you feel like being a subscriber and follow along on these weird, crazy, goofy little adventures I do. Until next time, y'all take care. We'll see you.